Welcome to Tales from the Tap. My name is Frankie, and this is my co-host,
Stan the Man.
We're excited to talk to you about, Pro-Tour Edge of Eternities and, some big announcements that happened in Magic. Stan, how are you feeling about all of these Universes Beyond sets that we have now?
I saw a funny meme, actually, just before we started the podcast. It was Mike Bellini posted it. It was like Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering with the new logo, and then the old logo, Magic the Gathering. That's kind of interesting.
I posted I don't know if you've seen it yet. I posted like a 2-minute and 50-second short responding to everyone's take on the internet.
Oh,
like earlier today.
Cool. That's awesome. I have to check that out. I didn't see that. You guys know me if you watch the show. I kind of don't really care about Universes Beyond. I've never really had an issue with it. I know a lot of people have some issues with it. I think the only thing I'm really concerned with next year is that there's 7 sets, if I'm not mistaken. I
believe 7, yeah.
And I'm like, 6 I was fine with. Every 2 months, I could, support that, no problem. 7 feels like, for standard, I'm like, 7 standard sets? Man,
So...
Well, if there's not going to be a supplemental set, which there hasn't been, I don't think they gave us a supplemental set this year. If they're not going to do a supplemental set, which I actually prefer that. I prefer no Doubles Masters, no none of that, because they were just pumping too many of those. They were like, every year there's a Master set. Well, that kind of fucking ruined a lot of cards, especially when you look at Modern Masters. They literally went Modern Masters, that was good. Modern Masters 2015, that was okay, not great, fine. 2017 Modern Masters, it was garbage. You know what I mean? Really not a good set. By then, they kept printing Tarmogoyf because they didn't have anything else to print. It's like, how about make new good cards, And now Tarmogoyf's
time to go
worthless.
back to bed, Grandpa.
Literally. After that, it just started to have the cash cow. Remember when they were doing VIP packs for Doubles Masters 1?
No.
They were trying to pump these $100 MSRP packs. And I think they were $150 MSRP.
I don't think I was playing
for one booster.
During that time.
It was just a little bit after
and that
COVID.
Was old times.
Yeah,
that's not even like now.
I think the last good Master set was Ultimate Masters. Doubles Masters and Doubles Masters 2022 were okay, but they were so cash grabby, and they were once they started doing Borderless, Showcase, or Realize cards, at least you can justify the Master set. But Commander Masters, for example, which is horrific. So, would you rather have that or 7 Universes Beyond sets? I kind of like where we're at now. All the sets feel pretty good. Even the mid ones, like Spider-Man, was, I would say, above average, but above average when you compare it to Final Fantasy is pretty mid.
So the epiphany that I had later this week as I was kind of thinking about everyone and their large crash outs was that, right, I'm not a big fan of Universes Beyond myself, just because of the sake of what people have been saying. I feel advertised to. I feel like Hasbro sold out.
Well, Hasbro's always sold out. They're just basically squeezing it out of WotC.
Oh, for sure.
Although the Furby set, the Furby Secret Lair looks so good. Oh my god, I want those so bad. They cooked. The artworks are horrific.
They're cooking something. Yeah.
The artworks look so good.
The thing that I was thinking was I knew people would crash out. I know that people are hating this, but I'm surprised that everyone's so surprised. Because, right, if you think about it, right, we're the competitive people are the minority of the Magic community. So if you think of the larger Magic community, people playing kitchen table, people at home, casual players, Commander, all that, we've had Transformers, and then Doctor Who, and then Jurassic Park, and then Lord of the Rings, and it's just been slowly becoming, now universes are coming into Constructed, and now that they're doing a ton, it feels people are like, where did this come from? And it's we've seen it since 2018.
Yes.
So,
well, I would argue we've seen it since '93. Magic's always been derivative. The lore's never been high fantasy.
Right,
and in my opinion, the lore's always been really mid or borrowed.
Right.
Even back in the day.
Well, and I think that's people don't like to pretend that it's not borrowed when it is borrowed.
All of it, yeah.
And
that's why I was never really against it. I was like, well, the lore sucks anyway. They refuse to hire our writers.
Yep.
They refuse to take it serious. We've been promised a TV show and a movie a dozen times. If they're not going to treat the lore right, I mean, how many people look at the lore and they're like, oh, it was a Thunder Junction. Oh, loot. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yeah, that's what you want? Or would you rather have something you like? And then boom, it's Magic cards.
Yeah, and then the second thing was that some guy at the RCQ at Chupacabra that Alex ended up qualifying.
Yeah.
I was sealed. That was awesome.
Shut him on in a second.
He was like, "Hey, I really don't care about the Universus set. I want the cards to be good." And I was like,
I agree, because I think
that's the take that I want.
A lot of people's issue with Spider-Man is that one, there wasn't that many cards, so there wasn't enough cards for there to be like busted cards. We did get a couple good ones. We were right about Spider Sense, which we'll get into. But yeah, I felt like the set was too small to like really justify like all like a lot of the cards are uninteresting. But the ones that are good in Spider-Man, I think, are good enough that I'm not complaining. I think the set's good. But yeah, I agree. Like Julian, for example, was like, I don't find any of the cards interesting. I'm like, well, I wouldn't say any, but definitely like when you compare it to Final Fantasy, man, it's hard because like Final Fantasy was the best set. Like not close, arguably the best set of all time. Objectively, if you speak monetarily speaking, the best set, but sales doesn't necessarily like have to translate to like how good it was.
No, it doesn't.
But even then, like the limited environment, terrific. Everybody wanted to play it. Still can't get product. I still have people asking me to run more limited Final Fantasy. Haven't gotten a restock. There probably won't be a restock for a little bit longer. It is crazy. But with that being said, I did have a question from one of our buddies, Ethan. I was going to talk about the thing later, but you brought it up. Alex went to Chupacabra with you, and you guys played in the sealed Spider-Man RCQ. So it was 6-pack sealed into top 4 cut.
No, it was 4 rounds into top 8.
Oh, it was top 8 cut.
Yeah, it has to be top 8 cut because it's a limited event.
What do you mean limited?
Like because of draft.
Oh,
they have to have 8 players.
Ah, okay, interesting. I thought it was going to be top 4 cut because Spider-Man was designed for the pick 2 top 4 thing.
Well, it could be that. What's really funny is that I don't believe that there have been any other Spider-Man RCQs. Mm-hmm. So like he wasn't sure if
he wasn't sure.
He wasn't sure if we had to do 5 rounds. He had a couple things that he had questions.
Well, I know about. For limited you only have to do 4 if it's 16 or less players, and we had 12. For limited.
Yeah, 12.
For constructed it has to be 5, which for our RCQ, we had our slowest RCQ of all time. Luckily, Alex was playing in it, so I got to judge it. So the prize pool wasn't fucked. But it was only a top 4 cut. 5 rounds cut top 4. Oh, it was still a good time.
Top 4 cuts are brutal.
But top 4 cuts are brutal. We were one person away from just a 3 round single elim. So kind of sad. I felt bad for Julian. He 0-2 dropped. He got owned by the Antrums. Shout out to our people. But yeah, like with Spider-Man specifically, people were asking Norm for like Nerd Rage. Hey, Nerd Rage has some sealed events coming up. Are you guys doing top 4 cut? How's that going to work? And I believe Norm said he's going to do the thing that Watsy wants, which is the top 4 pick 2 draft instead of like a top 8. So that's why I was curious how they handled it with you guys. I just assumed they did top 4 cut.
They did do pick 4.
I'm
sorry. They did do pick 2. 2 pods of 4.
Yeah. Oh, 2 pods of 4.
2 pods of 4. Yeah.
But then they had to play Crosspod.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, that actually I don't actually hate that if you still want to cut the top 8 and not top 4 if like the feels bad. But so they had four player pods anyway.
Yeah.
So that's just something I'm curious about because that's going to start. If that's something they're going to do more often, I'm hoping it's just a Spider-Man thing.
I really hope it's just a Spider-Man thing.
I really hope it's a Spider-Man.
I thought it was terrible, truthfully.
Okay. And that's what I wanted to ask about.
Yeah. So okay, I will explain why I think it is so awful. So and actually there was discourse between Marty and I just quickly. He didn't answer back to me, but he said, I think that pick 2 draft puts people in the lane of forcing, which I do think that's true. I like to keep myself open as a drafter, so if I have a good white rare, I'll maybe try and pick another good white card if there is one. But what I don't necessarily agree with, or where I think the sentence is not finished, is that I think that pick 2 draft requires you to pivot harder and read signals more, because if I in the corner, which I was, am taking white cards, and the guy in the other corner is also taking white cards, after 2 picks from each of us, white is gone from all of the pods. So then it's forcing you to be like, okay, well, where am I going next? Because white is now dry like that.
Yeah.
And what it caused in my pod specifically was that Alex went uncontested on red-green. The person to the right of me was playing blue-black. The person who was across from me was playing red-white. And I started wanting to play white-blue.
Yeah.
And then pivoted into a mix between the blue-white modified deck and blue-black tempo control.
Sure.
And so I was taking from his pile, and Alex went free reign. And so I think it causes one person sometimes, and in our instance, to be like the winner of the draft.
Yes.
And then all of us to have lesser decks because we're stealing from each other.
At least in a 4-player one.
Yes, in a 4-player pod. And so I think that you can trick yourself in 8-player pods to think that something's opens when it's not. But in this, you're just like, it kind of feels like you have to pivot hard and fast. And if there were lanes for 2 other people, you kind of feel like you're just getting screwed.
Sure.
And that's kind of how I felt. My deck was still good.
The signpost cards were hybrid mana, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I haven't drafted it yet. I've just been watching it at the store and seeing people play online and seeing the qualms. I was talking to some people about it because, speaking of Alec earlier, he won my RCQ. That's Kerrigan's dad.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, I played a little bit online, and he's like, I hate the pick 2. He's like, more or less the same mentality. He's like, it feels like you were either forced to lock in early, or pivoting ends up being hard when people are like yoinking everything. And I think it's only pick 2 online. There's no like normal draft option.
I believe that's true.
So for me, I was like, well, in my head, I'm like, how would I draft it? And I'm trying to think of like what the packs would look like to me. I refuse to download Arena, so I just haven't had a chance to try it. And I'm like, well, if you're taking hybrid key signpost cards because they're good, you're not locked into a color yet. And if you're like not too rough with your first 2 picks, you could like theoretically try to pick cards that are in like multiple colors and then not force yourself down any road, like you said. I'm just curious. I haven't experienced it yet, and this is like a really, really new draft experience for the most part. I kind of wish I had more of a chance to try it, because I don't really know how I would tackle it and how I'd feel about it. But outsider looking in, it seems fine, just like really rushed, you know? Like they probably could have done better if they weren't like, oh, we have to delay this set and add cards to it. This is going to be fucked because of the way that the universe is the Beyond booster was supposed to be. Because like if you think about it, Spider-Man was supposed to have 7 cards in a pack. And they very quickly had to make that 14, right? Yeah. So we talked about how you were going to get a ton of repeat commons and uncommons. But realistically, if your pack doesn't have a lot of green, or because like these play boosters are different, right? Where you don't have like a really good mix of the colors.
Some of them don't at all.
Right. So like, let's say you open 8 packs and there's a ton of blue cards, but you don't know that.
Yeah, I opened a sealed pack, and I remember getting 2 packs through my sealed deck and being like, there's no white in these 2 packs.
Right.
What do I do? Yeah,
so like that in combination with pick 2, I think is honestly the real issue. They probably should have done a better job of flushing the colors in there. And honestly, I bet you the hybrid mana was like a quick fix solution to like shove that in and be like, hopefully that's enough for people to not get fucked on their colors.
Yeah.
Because even Edge of Eternities, if you looked at the Pro Tour, there was like a lot of not hate drafting, but like contesting was a big thing.
Yes. And I think what's additionally part of the problem of that is that I think that they if they went with the intention that some of these mixed pip cards don't work in multiple archetypes, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to take this.
Right.
But because, like, for example, the blue-black mob villain, that's an 0/3 that when it enters, target creature you control connives.
Right.
You would play that in the modified deck,
Yes.
but you'd also play that in blue-black villains.
Right.
So then both players are like, I'm wanting to snap this up.
Yeah, early. I feel like it's almost like mandatory to take your hybrid signposts, especially early, and just see what else comes to you. You know, I would almost go in with the mentality of like trying to pick your best 3 colors and then just seeing which one you can mold it into.
Yeah, because I started with like the Spectacular Spider-Man, the one that like flashes in and you can sack him.
Is that the blue-black one?
No, it's just the white one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's the white one.
I was thinking of Superior Spider-Man.
Oh, the blue-black.
Yes.
4-color one.
No, that's 4-color or 5-color.
I'm sorry, the 4-mana.
That's Cosmic.
The 4-mana one.
4-mana one, yes.
Yeah, I was the 4-mana one because there is a blue-black Spider-Man that is 3 mana. That's like when it connects. You look at the top X cards of your library.
You're right. Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
That's also a blue-black Spider-Man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Bigger set than I thought, man. I'm like, I'm forgetting all these cards.
But anyway, I think that's Symbiote Spider-Man. I think it's Symbiote Spider-Man is that one that I was just saying. Yeah. But anyway, I took Spectacular, which is like the white one. It's just white. It doesn't flip over because that's Peter Parker.
Right. Right. Yes.
But it flashes in, and then you can like pay 1 sack him, and your team gets like hexproof and indestructible.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I took that and like a cracked white uncommon.
Sure.
And it was like, all right, sweet. I'm gonna hold white and then see like what other color I can get into. And I passed the 2/2 that has Ward 2, and it could be either white or blue. And when you equip or when it's modified, it has flying.
Sure.
And it's got Ward 2. I passed that being like, oh, that should wheel back to me because I'm taking the white cards.
Right.
Did not wheel back to me.
No, blue guy got it.
Yeah, either the blue guy got it or the guy that was playing red-white was like, oh, I can do red-white aggro.
Yeah, that's rough.
But I was like, modified.
Well, that's what I mean. Like his pack probably had like a really good Boros card, and he's like, I have to take this.
Yeah.
And then Alex is like looking at a pack of red and green cards, like, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I definitely think there needs to be some adjustment to the play booster. I don't know if they need to add that 15th card back or something, but I don't think they necessarily have to. But
I honestly think the problem would be fixed if they just did normal pods.
Really?
I think
well, we're going to find out on Friday because I think the consensus seems to be that everybody playing wants to do normal draft, and Event Link still lets you do that. So
smart, Wizard, smart.
Yeah, you have to actually click a specific section to do the pick 2 draft. Because
like, I didn't
into 4 pods.
I didn't see it.
I'm like, what? I missed.
I don't. Yeah.
Darn. Shoot, darn it. Anyways, okay, so yeah, mostly I want to talk about that and what that might look like in future set design. But if other sets with more Universes Beyond start to look like that, here's hoping they more look like Final Fantasy. You know,
please, don't let Avatar ruin it.
And speaking of people who don't like Universes Beyond, Eternal Weekend is coming up. It's not this weekend. Oh well, by the time you see this episode, it will probably be the weekend. So the weekend after, the weekend of the
that'll be the 12th.
The first weekend in October. No, second weekend in October.
Second, because that'll be the weekend of the marathon.
Right, the 12th. Yeah, the second weekend of October, Eternal Weekend. A lot of our buddies are going. We are like old format enjoyers for the most part. I don't know. I know you haven't played as much Legacy as us, but for the most part, especially in this area, Midwest.
That's because Jared ruined my experience.
Oh, Jared, what the fuck, man? Come on.
It's his fault for being like, hey, this format you don't know, just play Control.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, and Control's really bad in Legacy right now, unfortunately. You would have liked old Control.
It was like Beans Control.
Beans is okay. It's just like, just play Quantum Riddler.
Okay. Well, that wasn't here at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, in this area, we play a lot of Legacy. I know I like to poke fun at Legacy players and make fun of the format, but I really do love Legacy. It's always been one of my favorite formats. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on, and it's fun. Honestly, to me, it's the most fun to see when a standard card that gets printed new breaks into Legacy. Because like when they break into Modern, it's like, man, that's pretty cool. But like, I want that and expect that to happen once per set, typically, maybe more. But for Legacy, for a card to really, truly, fundamentally like change the format, it is much harder. It might happen once a year back in the day, right? But now in the year of our Lord, after the 2020s, post COVID, thank you God, cards are not designed anymore. All like dog shit vanilla, and like every fucking set there's a new card that can be played on Legacy. And
so
this year specifically, we've had some banger cards. Okay, Warp is fucked.
I'll hold on to my.
Go ahead.
No, because I'm assuming we're talking about it later.
Oh, okay, cool.
The standard stuff, right?
I mostly just wanted to say that for the guys that are playing Eternal Weekend, I'm happy that they get to go have fun, but I'm wondering if events like Eternal Weekend might grow in popularity with the rise of Universes Beyond, and seeing if people go, okay, I'm tired of this new Magic, I want to play the old Magic. But then at the same time, Eternal Weekend is only the Eternal formats, so it's not Modern. It should only be old school, which is 93-94, Legacy, Vintage, and maybe like I think there might be Modern side events, but it is mainly focused on like the old school stuff or the Eternal formats, but obviously with the namesake. And I think that Jared and Ethan were saying they couldn't find an old school player for the seat. So like that format was kind of like a meme to me even back in the day for people that just want to be able to play their Black Lotuses.
I'm straight not going to lie to you. I did not know that was a format until you said it right now.
Oh, for sure. So it is very, I own power and I want to play my power. Because...
You own a power?
No. The format is I own power. I want to play it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 93-94 or old school is literally a format where only the cards from those 2 years are legal. That's literally it. That's the meme.
Sounds like a meme.
It's old school. I mean, it's not a bad format, but like because it has new cards added to it, it's basically solved.
Yeah, it has.
So that's the problem with it. That's the same problem that pre-modern has. It's effectively solved,
right?
Because there's nothing new ever going to exactly.
Right. That's okay.
It's just
you've confirmed for me why pre-modern is stupid.
I think that all Magic is fine for me. Like, I'd be a hypocrite if I said that any format was like truly dumb. Because like if people are playing it and finding players and enjoying it, go for it. But I have a hard time enjoying those formats when they're like nothing's ever going to change.
I agree.
That's why I think it's my favorite.
Yeah, I think if that's why people want to play it, do it. But like that's part of every other Magic format is like there is change constantly. Yeah.
Yes, especially even Legacy and Modern, as we've seen like in the last couple of years. New cards come in, boom. It doesn't even have to be a ban. So I'm just wondering, maybe in the future, Eternal Weekend just starts popping off, like people are like, man, this is a Legacy. I hate these Furbies. You know what I love? Turn 1 combo, baby. Get Doomsday. You're dead.
This is pod racing.
Anyways, that should be funny. Okay, so we talked about how you feel about the pick 2 rules. I don't really want to touch on it too much, but I know we said we wouldn't talk about bans again.
Oh, this is the part I was going to talk about.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, I just mean, so...
I don't want to touch on this too long. I think it's boring, honestly. Anybody that's still talking about bans, unironically, like just the VV stuff, like it's so dead. Well, it's the deadest of horses.
Yeah, it's not just the VV stuff. It's as we've seen, as it's progressed, people are playing some of the new cards a lot, like Quantum Relief.
Yes.
And they are winning challenges, VV lists.
Right.
But it's still blue-red.
Yes.
And so that's the part that I actually think is a problem, is like the draw cards, my dudes get counters thing is so powerful that we now can see that it will survive, and not only survive, it will crush.
Yes.
Post VV.
That's what I wanted to touch on. Like the VV stuff is like we know in November VV is gone. We know.
Okay, and Magic they posted.
They keep pretending they're not. We might have to do something about that.
Yeah, they posted during Atlanta being like, "This has been the best year for Magic ever.
Yeah,
you think that's great? We'll hit you back in an hour." And I wanted to.
And then they go Star Trek.
And I wanted to comment on it and be like, how about fixing standard before November 10th? That would blow my mind.
If they come back in an hour, BV's banned. Enjoy props for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
or
right?
a month or whatever.
Yeah. So that was the thing that I was like, if you really want to impress me, tell me that you're listening.
Yeah.
But I think that like this goes back to a point you've touched on in the past, like so many times. And I don't love having the conversation around power creep because it gets people a little triggered.
I love power creep.
But I do feel like what I want for Wizards in 2026 is that they start treating bans the way that every other game treats their updates. Because if we just decided, hey, every set, we've got a quick window to be like, what's going on here? Then we could just ban out 3 cards, 4 cards, 6 cards.
I think people should just start to become okay with it. You will be happier.
And I think the problem too that like
it'll fundamentally affect the card prices.
You also can't in the competitive community be like, well, I just spent so much money on these cards and I can't use them. And then also be like, they never banned this and I'm stuck in this hell for 3 months. You can't live in both of those camps.
Yes.
You can't. Just either be like...
Well, at this point, I think it's also like Magic is a luxury hobby. This is...
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It is not... Magic cards are not water. You do not
need them.
Deserve it. You don't need them. You don't have any right to it. The game is just expensive. It's never not been expensive, by the way. It's always been expensive. So I don't know why people are always like, oh, the game used to be cheaper. I don't fucking remember what you're talking about because I paid like $300 for like getting Jace Prince Prodigy, getting Alias in a car, Archangel Evison, like $200 play sets. Every fucking set. Every set, $200 play set. Dude, I paid $100 for a playset of Bloodbearing of Biscopa, which is a bulk rare, by the way. Now, I paid $100 for a playset of Boros Reckoners back in the day because you just needed it.
I paid $120 for a playset of Theros Thoughtseizes.
Yeah. Well, Thoughtseize is like one of the cards that's like, oh, well, at least I got a Thoughtseize, Because then like it sticks around. $10, $15, whatever. But like I paid $100 for a playset of Domri Raid. You know what I mean? Like... Mana Confluence.
Jace is playing Domri Raid in Standard.
Dude, yeah, Domri Raid is awesome. I was playing it in Modern for a little bit in Jund. Like a one-of. But it's like Tarmogoyfs were $200 a pop, bro. Like, there was never cheap Magic.
No, I don't think it's ever been cheap. But what I think that feels expensive is...
You could argue the drafts, maybe.
Well, I was going to say sealed product. Because it's felt like... I felt like when I was coming to the GOAT 2-3 years ago, I felt collector packs were like $28. And now with like the last couple sets with like Final Fantasy and Spider-Man, whatever, like $50-$60 a collector booster.
Well, they're going back to 25 for Lorwyn.
Are they?
Well,
25?
I think MSRP is 28 now. They raised the MSRP with Lorwyn, just so you know.
Got it.
So collector, and to be fair, nobody was ever paying MSRP. So like a lot of times when Magic players complain, I'm like, bro, you don't know how the stores have it. Because, like, collector boxes we'd sell for, like, $240 for a while, right?
Yeah.
The MSRP was $300. So we were, like... And that's if I could sell them for $240, right? Like, on TCG Player, it's, like, $195. Go buy it there, brother, because I just would rather... I'd rather collect it.
I'm scraping the bottom already.
Yeah, I already am not paying money on... I'm not paying my taxes if I sell it for you.
Well, I think I remember buying... When Doctor Who came out, I bought a collector booster, I think at $220, $240, something like that.
I think that maybe for Doctor Who, they still kept it reasonably priced.
Yeah.
I don't know what changed. I thought Doctor Who packs were a little bit more expensive though, like $30 a pack or something like that.
I think they were like individual packs.
It might have been discounting from MSRP, just so you know. It might have been like supposed to be more, but we were charging less because that's what the market was.
Yeah.
Because like for better or for worse, like right now it's nice for stores when like, hey, if I get Final Fantasy, I'm not gonna have trouble selling it. But a lot of times the product just sits back in the day.
Oh
and
yeah.
that's why I like where we're at now.
I've never seen Magic product be gone as much as it is. This makes me sad because I want to support Borsat more than I do anything else. But this week I have ordered cards from you and Energy and TCG because I've just been like, no have cards, no have cards. Okay.
Yep.
TCG, here they come.
Exactly. Which that's the point, you know. I never give any of my friends crap whenever they're like, you don't have it, I ordered somewhere else. I'm like, well, I didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like if you want to support and you care about the store and I have it and you can afford it and my price is fair, I appreciate the support. But like I'd be a hypocrite if I was like, bro, how the fuck? Why didn't you just ask me to rip a box? I
would have found you that one card. It's okay. My Spider-Man boxes were mid.
Yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. It's there's a lot going on with it. I agree though. I've been on that board for a long time where I'm like, I'm on board with treat the game like League of Legends, man. There's a patch every 2 weeks. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think that there's just and what I meant to say, I didn't want to talk about power creep, is just that I feel like they are printing cards that are powerful, which I would rather have than have cards be boring.
Well, they have good cards in addition to their printing them faster. Like back in the day, it was like every 3 months.
Right now, if we've got 7 sets,
right,
that's less. Less than one every 2 months.
If you're competitive, that does make the game slightly more expensive than it was back in the day.
Oh my gosh, 100%.
Although at the same time, standard cards are like cheaper than ever, man. Like a playable card now. Like look at like Gwenum. She's nothing. She has a good card.
Oh, Gwenum.
You know, like look at like besides like BB, like a lot of these standard cards are cheap. And Agatha Soul Holder went down to like $15. I told everybody like you should be buying a playset of this. Card is not $15 good. A card is $40 good.
Oh, I sold them. I sold them when they were still at like $45 or $60.
Yeah, but
before
like,
they dropped.
When they dropped, I was like, if you want to play standard, pick these cards up. And the people who listened are feeling not bad, you know. But like standard cards get cheap now, unlike ever before, and a lot of that has to do with the collector booster. Like the collector boosters help out players more than they know. Because back then it was like, what do you buy if you're a whale? Cases. You like buy cases and then like either sit on them or whatever. And a lot of times people would just sit on the boxes and they weren't ripping them all, or they'd rip them and keep them at home and they weren't putting the cards out on the market. Now, because collector boosters are so expensive, you got these whales like literally trading in all their bulk rares to try to get more product, and any rare that might even be good is like a couple bucks now. I like it. I like when the low rarity cards are worthless, or like not worthless, but like the low rarity cards that are good should be like relatively affordable, which has been that way with Pokemon forever. And then like the collectible cards are like,
yeah, that Soulstone is like what, like $32K?
That's a listing. I think the only sales have been for around 20. But still,
I would pay off all my debt, homie. Oh, please.
Yeah, every time somebody responds in the store, I'm like, if you pull it, you have to trade it into me. I will give you 60%. Dude, right now, cash.
I would do it right now.
Anyways.
60%.
Anyways, okay, so besides all the band stuff, like I think we agree. We kind of like pseudo mentioned Profs. Profs is probably gonna get banned with BB. I could honestly, there's a lot of busted 2-drops. Actually, Fred kind of has me sold on Spell Snare. For those who don't know, Spell Snare got spoiled, I think, for Lorwyn. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Standard. I think that's kind of cool. The 2-drop has never been more powerful in Standard, and
I don't think ever.
Probably not ever, yeah. This is like a really good 2-drop format. At first, I was like, Spell Snare's not going to do shit. People are just going to play around it like with 1s and 3s. But then I'm looking at all the 2-drops in Standard, and like even with Corey Steelcutter banned, like Profs, FOMO, a lot of the cards in every deck are 2-drops, Manifold Mouse, stuff like that. And if you're worried about them, then you can just mainboard 3 Spell Snares now, you know, like the control's already a decent deck, and you've got cards like Winter Night Stories where like, oh, my Spell Snare snuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I always loved about Faithless Looting in Modern. Faithless Looting was like I'm going to mainboard Blood Moon. Ooh, you're playing Merfolk? Give me another card, baby. I guess you Pioneer people would call that Reflections of Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
Or Fable of Mirror Breaker, my
Fable
bad.
of Mirror Breaker / Reflections of Kiki.
Anyways, yeah, so Spell Snare coming to the format, I think is a big deal. Profs, crazy, man.
Profs
crazy. It's probably got to go.
Yeah, well, I think that Profs getting triggered twice off of FOMO is like bonkers.
Yeah.
I also think that like Profs, Steam Core Scholar, even Marauding Mako,
Right.
Winter Night Stories,
So
all of
many.
it is so synergistic that like it doesn't matter. That deck is starting to become, it doesn't matter what threat I stick. If I stick a threat,
I was watching Fred not
die.
kill with BB at the RCQ. Oh.
I was like, you're just dead. Well, yeah, and that's the problem, is that deck can just like kill you with that game plan and then be like, oh, you're fighting me on that? Combo kill you.
Yep, exactly. Which obviously VV's going to help with the ban. But I think if they do the same thing they did with VV, they banned 7 cards, looked at that deck, and went, that's crazy. No respect. If they do the same thing, they go, we got to ban VV. This is crazy. No respect. We're going to have a problem again.
I think
especially also because even if they think VV is like okay now, and like remember I was like saying ban Agathos? No. Ban VV. Spider-Man has also fucked up standard too. There's some crazy fucking combos with like web slinging and shit. You can go just infinite, like 6 ways to Sunday. It is awesome. Like standard is so cool. But
standard
standard is we should fix some stuff and push a little bit of that to Pioneer, the dead format, and let them have fun with it.
I'm getting worried now. I was just thinking last year when there was no Pioneer that I was like, well, I'll just hold on tight until the next year.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to get the creep of like, it's really dead.
I feel like they're waiting until Pioneer is like truly at rock bottom. Like I'm talking
it's already there, brother.
You know what I'm talking?
Yep.
I'm talking like they're waiting for it to be like
I don't
and then they're like
understand
Pro Tour.
your accent.
Because what's gonna happen is when they finally have a modern Pro Tour and a modern GP like two months in a row, like our RCQ season, I swear to God, they're gonna be like, oh fuck. Ban, like just throwing darts, you know, like fucking what do we get rid of? Like they're gonna have to ban so many cards. Because like the format, nobody's solving it. There's like 20 people on Moto just having fun, playing Pioneer. There's less Pioneer players than Legacy players by a large margin. By a really fucking large margin.
That's what makes me scared that it's really dead.
Well, they can revive it instantly whenever they want. They just have to support it. Whatever format they support is going to get played. Literally, instantly they will support. But when they do, they're going to have to ban 10 cards. It's going to get crazy. Because like nobody good is playing Pioneer. There's no money. But when they go, hey, Pro Tour Pioneer, you're going to see like Affinity guy like, Pinnacle Emissary, Munitions, X-Ray, Erathis guys, cool.
Like, well, and the thing that makes me so wild about all this too is like, do you remember the last Pro Tour Pioneer?
2 years ago?
It was Vein Ripper.
Yeah.
It was Vein Ripper being the new...
And then they immediately had to ban some cards.
It was the new hotness. Yes. And then they had to ban it.
Magicon. Yeah. In Chicago.
Yeah.
Magicon Chicago. And then, but then they're like, we got to ban some cards.
Yeah.
Shortly after.
Yeah. And then I went...
That's why I told Jared the same thing. I was like, you never want to... Like, even 10 years ago, we're like, you don't want a Legacy Pro Tour. Because they're going to ban 10 cards.
I went day one of that Pro Tour, saw the list, immediately purchased them from the store. Mm-hmm. I bought them at $8 a piece. The next day, they were $30 a piece.
Yep. And I think we had it in Pioneer for like a good 6 months after that. It took them a lot of ban listing.
The deck was stupid.
Yeah. I was playing it in Timeless, which is like the vintage on Arena. It is pretty crazy. Okay. So Spellstar's coming to the format. Kind of cool.
Now that the episode's no longer going to be an hour.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of cards. Like I think the bans. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't even want to try to guess. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in November. But I'm excited. I want to see what they do. I really hope they take the time to like think about it for sure. Like to really think about it. What do you want the format to look like? Because like the first 7 bans were fine. Could have been a couple more. Maybe one less. Maybe they could bring back the mouse. Who knows? Anyways. Speaking of the Pro Tour, which we'll get into, I'm watching I'm here on Sunday working a spot. We're closed on Sundays for the listeners who don't know, but I'm here because I have to run the Star Wars tournament. Having a bad time because I'm working on my day off, and then I'm riding my bike to the shop and I'm watching like the Pro Tour on my phone because I like the little mount, I get to the shop. Nobody's here yet. Put the Pro Tour on. I'm watching it with Jared. We're having a great time. It gets to the finals, and it's Belcher versus Control. And I'm laughing because Jared and all his homies, which are, to be fair, really good Control players, but they were all like, Control's unplayable, blah, blah. Julian made a joke about it. He's like, Control's unplayable, makes the finals of the Pro Tour. But then he was like, so Belcher wins because Control beat the other guy in the semis. As soon as the guy was winning, he's like, oh, Belcher wins the Pro Tour. Control has no chance against Belcher. And I was like, I don't know, this guy's pretty good, and he's got Teferi, and he's got like Isochron Scepter. Like, he might have a chance to take a game, you know? That was me, right? And then the commentary people were just wrong. And that kind of just shows you how little Magic they actually play in commentary nowadays. But they were like, oh yeah, like 64% chance Control wins, according to our, like, they had like this graph going the whole day where it's like top 8% of each deck to win based on who they got paired against. And when it got to the last one, it's like 0%, 0%, 0%. The top two guys, they had Control like 60% to win against Belcher. And even I don't play Belcher, but I was like, I know Belcher's favored, but I don't think it's like completely unwinnable, like they were saying. I just know it's favored. But like anytime you have counter Magic and Teferi, it's like you could always draw hot, which the Belcher player was drawing fucking hot. Like, he didn't need the help, and God was like, my son, you are blessed. Like, you will never not have it. It was awesome. It was just crazy. Like, dude goes Isochron Scepter Orange Chant, go. Motherfucker goes, Sink into Stupor. I cast. Like, just target, and the guy's like, counterspell. He's like, no, sack my creature. Flare of Denial. No. Like, it was like a never didn't have it. I was like, oh my God, this guy is cooking. But yeah, so he basically was like, it's unwinnable, 3-0. The commentary doesn't know what they're talking about, whatever. Gets to like the third game, and I'm working, so at this point I can't really watch. But I was like, Jared, why didn't you fucking tweet this shit out? You should have been like, I can't believe commentary said this. This is what's actually going to happen. Like, why don't you call your shot? Like, drop your balls, throw your cock on the table, and tell them how it is. Because you could have been like, remember when I said that? Boom, you should have listened to me. But now it's after the fact.
No,
Ex post facto?
Yeah.
No. So I was like, I'll mention it on the podcast, bro, but if you're going to call your shot, you got to Babe Ruth it. Okay?
Oh, yeah, Babe Ruth.
Because like, I love calling my shot, and if I'm wrong, I get flamed. Whatever. Shit happens. It is what it is. Okay, so.
But when he's right about Teamerlands,
guess what,
Teamerlands.
Oh, yeah, true. Teamerland. Yeah. Oh. Anyways, I was going to do a sports card story for Gabe because I thought we were going to have time this episode. I was wrong. Sorry, Gabe. Yeah. Next episode. Remind me, bro. Next one. Anyways, Patreon, housekeeping. Shout outs to our patrons. As always, you guys are the best. At the top tier, tapping Guy's Cradle to make green mana. We got Christian Paz, our homie. Miss you, Christian, if you're listening, man. It's been a while. I think you're coming back from deployment soon. Thank you for your service, as always. And at the next tier, we got Kiki Chiki, Tap Ruin Opponent's Life. We got Mike Paulini, Jose Gonzalez, Josh Dodson, who said he's going to jump a tier to borrow my mana traders. I was like, okay, brother, you got it.
Helping us get new equipment.
That's not on the list, but he added that to his own list. He added it to his list. He's on my list. I was like, okay. Michael Collin, Todd Sylvia, thank you guys. And then at the next tier, we got Tapping 2 Blue Mana. Christian Olvera, Jared Henry Thompson Munsterman, Joe Asfahani, MTG Chicago, shout out Sal, Trent Blagorovic, and Julian Eisenbrun. And then at the last tier, we got Tap That Bird and Fly. Killed a goose, by the way.
Okay, that's funny. I've never thought about it. That's funny.
Anyways, Gabe Mendez and Hector Alvarez, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate you guys helping us keep the lights on. We got at least 2 lights on in this room. Wet kisses. And then if you want to support the show, as always, we'll be free on Patreon, on YouTube forever. But if you can check
5 people away.
5 people from 300 subs. If you want to support us, I actually had a friend sub today. He came into the shop. One of my buddies was like, wait, you have the podcast. Oh, I didn't sub yet. Boom. Thank you. Appreciate you, Eric. Anyways, 5 subs away. If you can support, if you want to check If you're subscribed, sometimes people aren't, or sometimes YouTube upsubs you. If you just want to scroll down and double check, really appreciate it. Like, comment, all that goes a long way for us. If you want to just comment anything random, let me know what you had for lunch. I appreciate it. But or anything you agree or disagree with us on the show, we want to hear.
There's a lot to disagree with today.
Yeah, literally. And I actually really like reading the comments and seeing what people's takes are on stuff. So like if we're talking and you disagree or agree with stuff, I read all the comments always, and I want to like see what the people think, because that's kind of what I do for my job anyway. It helps me stay hip with the kids. How do you
Stay relevant. 6,
Anyways,
7.
Our Discord should be open access. I think people are not allowed to make links in the Discord, but you should be able to see a link to our link tree in every episode if you want to join our Discord.
Our Twitter has it for sure.
Our Twitter has it. Frank posts it every episode. Open access Discord, always yapping in there if you want to hang out, and we can even game if I'm free. And then our episodes will always be on Spotify as well for the few people that listen there. We appreciate the support. Getting into the episode.
I don't think I ever uploaded Spider-Man to Spotify.
Oh, I know. The guy that listens in Spotify told me. The one guy.
I'll go.
Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, hold on. Quick side tangent from the RCQ that just happened. I only remember it because of MTG Chicago. So some guy was like, "Oh yeah, the only thing I don't like about that Boars hat is that they're
the owner.
They have a channel, MTG Chicago. They're not in Chicago. They're in Elgin." And I was like, "It's a different channel actually. A guy just uses the videos from Boars hat." And he was like, "Oh." And then I explained how like I used to have the cameras and I'd go to different stores.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that was the whole point, is to go to stores and play.
Right.
I wish I had free time. I'd love to like go take one of the cameras to other shops.
Well, yeah, and I used to all the time, but like Grognard's scene I think is kind of dead, and like Energy now is recording their own stuff again.
Right.
So like it's kind of hard.
Yes. Anyways.
But I thought that was funny.
that is pretty funny. I'll be honest, some of the comments, especially on Sal's channel, are fucking hilarious. Did you see the Dom one?
Mm-hmm.
When everyone's like crashing out on Dom. Dom like basically finessed Sudeep in a judge call. I don't know if you saw that. He like it was so funny. We were laughing because like basically Sudeep accidentally did the thing where he put his hand into his deck and shuffled it with a shuffle effect.
Oh sure.
And when that happens at Comp REL, you basically kind of try to figure out how many cards they had, and if you guys can agree on that, the guy who shuffled his hand in has to give his opponent the deck, and he gets to pick his hand. Because if they do a random shuffle, more or less you're getting a free Valakut's Awakening. Like, you could get advantage from shuffling your hand. You could be like, oh, I accidentally did that because my hand sucked.
My hand was 3 lands.
Yeah, exactly. But what happens is they pick you fucking more lands or whatever. And so Sudeep does that. I'm yapping at another table. You can hear it on camera. And then Dom goes, judge this. And I'm like, well, do you remember what your hand was? And Dom's like, well, I don't know what his hand was. So he could just be saying anything. I was like, and we said on the bottom, like, what? He's like, I already shuffled it. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, my God. So then I was like, well, can I just have him shuffle it and do random cards? He's like, well, he could get an advantage from that. And so then I was like, I was only upset because Dom was like, I don't really care. It's locals. But he's making me do like the whole comp rolling. So I'm like, okay, well, what is this? What happens at your level? And then Will goes, you got to pick them. And I was like, okay. I was like, damn. Well, I was like, you should pick him 3 lands in a stock up or something. He's like, no, I'm going to give him 4 basics. And so he basically scumps the fuck out of Sudeep. And it was even funnier because Sudeep was so cool about it. He didn't really care. But Dom was borrowing cards from Sudeep that night. So it was even funnier. I was laughing so hard. I was like, bro, that's so fucking funny.
Dude, no way.
Yes, dude,
no way.
It was so good.
I don't care. It's locals.
Well, I mean,
nope, you get 4 basics.
Yeah.
Also, good games, man. Here's your cards, bud.
yeah. I don't really blame him. It's like what it is. Who cares? It's like it's locals, Ariel, who whatever. I just thought it was so funny, and so then the episode drops, and the people are flaming Dom in the comments. He sends me this, and he's like, "Bro, why are they all mad? Why are you booing me? I'm right." You know what I mean? I was like, not wrong, but I was like, you're in your villain era. You should just lean into it. Just go fucking. I was like, you should just play the heel, bro. Who cares? And then that's when I posted it in Discord. I was like, everybody help me flame this guy. And then that's when I commented in Sal's video. I was like, not only do I agree, but I helped him collude with this. I put Sudeep's hand on the bottom of his deck. It was just so crazy.
That's so funny.
Okay, anyways, so many stories aside. Let's get into this short episode, honestly, because I don't have that much to say about Modern. Besides that, it's fucking amazing.
I unironically, and you've heard me talk about Modern on the podcast before, but I unironically this week said to someone, "Hey, can I talk to you about God's format?"
Yeah, it was Jared. He told me.
And I meant Modern.
Yeah, Jared was like, Frank said it's God's format. And I was like, okay.
You know how many formats have been God's format?
Every time it's good.
It's usually Pioneer, but
no, it's not, bro. Pioneer is God's format, but they're worshiping the false gods right now.
Yeah, I mean, Pioneer has fallen so far.
Okay.
How far?
So, Modern Pro Tour metagame breakdown. There was a bunch of deck lists. The top most played ones by a pretty large margin was Espergorios, Tameshi Belcher, and Boros Energy. We expected a lot of Boros Energy, I think, coming into the event. I think a lot of people were expecting Boros to be one of the better decks. I remember before the event, everybody's like, Boros is just running away with Modern. But then, like, as we got closer, it was like, oh, wait, there's like... I mean, we already knew Belcher was good, and it's been getting really, really good as like
better.
The format's been... It just keeps getting better as the format keeps adapting, and the Belcher players keep getting better at it. But besides the top three, there was a lot of Eldrazi-Tron. I think they mixed it, though. Unfortunately, there was Eldrazi-Tron and Eldrazi Ramp. So I'm not sure if they separated it as like Ramp is like the green-red Utopia Sprawl list, and Eldrazi-Tron was the blue list. But there was like a blue Eldrazi-Tron list that was running around that was pretty cool. One of them had like no counter magic besides like Consign in the sideboard, I believe, which was pretty interesting. But yeah, the Bluetron was I know one of the Bluetron players was doing really well because I saw him on camera. Is it Affinity? One of the new breakout decks. Breakout as in like, thank you for coming back. Welcome back to the format, Affinity.
Wow, Affinity's here.
Affinity is
and it's
back.
alive.
And it's probably the strongest it's ever been, while simultaneously also being pretty fair, as in like there's answers. Like, people thought Mox Opal was going to ruin the format, and I'm glad that it didn't, because I was one of those people that was like, if you think Mox Opal is going to ruin the format, you're fucking stupid. So I had to look really dumb if like it did. That's what I mean. Call your shot.
He's not getting flamed.
I'm not getting flamed now. Anyways,
yeah, right.
Anyways, Esper Blink was also one of the top decks, 5.7%. And then after that, we had Amulet Titan, 15 decks in the room, 5% of the meta. But Amulet was kind of crushing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. After that, we had Simic Neoform. Neoform making a comeback in Modern. I actually played a league. I played 2 leagues with Affinity the other night because, 1, Pentagon Series is awesome. I wanted to try it. But 2, I know you said you wanted to try it out, so I wanted to see if I could play the list and get some feel with it. I had a little bit of free time with Winter out of town on vacation. And I played against Neoform. I literally went turn 1, Kappa. Like Pinnacle Emissary, blah, 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 Kappa. And I was like me and Julian were yapping on the side, and I literally sent Julian goes, that's a meme deck. I'm like, what's the meme? He says T1 Kappa. I sent him the screenshot. I lost. I turn 1 Kappa lost. I got Neoformed, bro. I won the match, but game 1, I did not expect Neoform. I was like, Simic, what is happening? In one of the leagues, I played against somebody playing Ouroboros like that in Modern, like Simic, like same guys, like the turn my guy into a 3/3, or I was like, kill you. So when I saw this guy, I was like, what's with all the Simic, you know? I thought it might have been anything else. Neoform happens, and I'm like, oh. And it's so cool because he goes Galta, Xenagod, attack you for like 24. What the fuck? Galta is awesome. That's so cool.
Based.
It's really cool. So yeah, Neoform making a comeback. 13 Neoformers in the room. So more than 4% of the meta. Domain Zoo, 4% of the meta. Eldrazi Ramp, 4% of the meta. And then there was 53 other lists with about 17.7% of the meta. The other lists, quite a bit. Like one of the cool things about Modern right now is how diverse it is. Well, Modern's always done that whole I'm really diverse thing. Right now, though, probably one of the best Moderns we've ever had. Extremely diverse. In the other list, we've got Azorius Control, Is It Prowess, which Is It Prowess has like the Corey Steel Cutters. That's like we've been seeing that already. We've got Azorius Blink, which is a really cool list that was popping up with like Quantum Riddler, stuff like that. Good against Belcher, supposedly. Grixis Reanimator, this guy wasn't even doing the Goryo's thing. Apparently he was doing like Persist Archon. Demir Mill, there was a couple Mill players. Jeskai Chant, which is like just Azorius Control, but with like the red cards for the Isochron Scepter combo, whatever. Esper Midrange, Green Brood Scale, and Golgari Brood Scale, which Brood Scale combo, second most winning deck at the event. Very, very strong combo. Jared said he's going to try to play it here on Thursday. Really, really cool deck. Samwise combo making a comeback. A lot of Final Fantasy cards in that list too. And honestly, Samwise combo is very scary. I played against that as well in the league that I was playing with Affinity, and I just got grinded out. They don't even need to go infinite. They can just stack so much damage, life gain, triggers, everything. Cauldron Familiar, the Marionette Master, Sephiroth, a lot of cool cards. Samwise combo, very, very cool. And Golgari Yawgmoth on the side there. I know with Samwise combo, they're playing Birthing Ritual now. Dude, that has reach. That deck has fucking reach. It is annoying to play against that deck. Very cool deck, though. Golgari Yawgmoth, and then there was one Ruby Stormer.
Matt's been playing it for so long.
Yeah, Matt's been like playing it, and I honestly want to have him help me teach Kerrigan how to play it, because when they switched to modern RCQs, we told her dad and her that we would help them like with decks, because they were like, we don't have everything. We're like, we got everything, don't worry. So yeah, that was that. With the percentage of breakdowns. I don't know if you had any like questions about that, or if there was anything interesting that popped up with you with the data.
No, the only thing that was like really interesting about the data was that like unlike a lot of different RCs and RCQ breakdowns, like this modern one was the first time that I've ever seen a deck that was at the top under 20% in a while.
Under 20. What do you mean by that?
Like the top deck was played,
under 20% meta.
Yeah.
I understand.
Was
yeah,
under 20%
that
meta
speaks to like the modern, the diversity, because like other was the biggest percentage.
The biggest percentage. I was like, oh,
yeah.
This is so
and
smart.
Honestly, Boros being at 13 is like pretty standard for like what we see at normal events too. Belcher up, I think a little bit more than normal, but at the top level.
I've not seen Belcher this high ever.
Oh, ever, for sure. But it's been getting played more and more. You'll see the energies. But at the top level, these guys really know what their decks are trying to do.
Yeah. And one of the coolest things I watched, because I was watching some of the Pro Tour as well, was there was a moment where an Eldrazi player, Emrakul on turn 4.
Oh, yeah. And he belchered his
And he belchered.
Yes.
He belchered targeted.
Everybody was talking about that.
I was like
you belcher yourself. The crazy thing is, later on, Belcher got the revenge. It was, I think it was different people, but Belcher versus Tron again on camera later in the tournament. The Tron player has 2 flutes and a Trinisphere out, and so the Belcher player is like locked, right? Like they can't do anything, and he just gets a turn where he resolves to Meshi, and then just starts counting. Lotus Petal, like makes 18 mana, like more mana than the Tron player. Like we're the ramp deck, and then he kills him through the fucking 2 flutes and the Trinisphere. That was awesome. So like the really cool. Obviously, really cool interactions. There was a lot of sweet plays at this. If you have a chance to watch it back, all the gameplay is on YouTube. The Pro Tour this time I think I haven't felt this invested in watching a player event since the World Championship that happened when Dustborn came out, and I was like on about that. Like I was telling people like, dude, go watch those Dustborn matches at the World Championships. They were phenomenal. Seth Manfield playing, I was like having such a good time. This event, modern, top level, best players on the planet, really cool, really awesome gameplay. Definitely worth watching. Especially the top 8 matches. There was some crazy shit going on. But I agree. I love the diversity of it. So the cool thing is, Modern, like we talked about earlier, has been getting a ton of new cards. Like a ton of new cards.
For sure.
So you're going to have a quiz here on on knowing which set these cards are from, because I intentionally didn't write them down. So these are the top most played cards from recent sets that were in the room for Modern. I didn't write down all the specific stats, but if you guys have questions about that and you want to ask where the link is, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I can get you the link to any of this data. It wasn't that hard to find, but lots of these websites are honestly so fucking
terrible.
Where is their UI is like somebody should be shot from a cannon. Anyways, most played card by far, not close, double the next card, Quantum Riddler. We already talked about it. Warp is probably one of the strongest mechanics we've had in a while. The card itself is phenomenal. Anybody that would abuse it. The most played deck, one of the most played decks in the room was Goryo's, and Goryo's was playing Riddler. 311 copies in the room.
Edge of Eternities.
Edge of Eternities, yes, sir. All right, the next most played, Thunder Trap Trainer. Shout out to the Belcher players. But yeah, honestly, this guy's even getting played on Legacy. There's a Bluetron Legacy deck, Thunder Trap Trainer. Who would have thought our Otter of Bolas would have been so good?
I think I sold that card for nothing, and now it's probably worth something.
I don't think it's expensive. I think it's cheap because
probably more though than what I sold it for.
Maybe it might be. I mean, more definitely. This is
was not a
more than zero.
Podcast.
But 169 copies in the room. Thunder Trap Trainer, great card. Sacks. It's a blue creature to sack to flare denial. Bloomborough for sure.
Those otters.
The next one is also from Bloomborough. We got Into the Flood Mall.
You stole it. How was I supposed to guess?
111 copies. I think most of these were in sideboards, but man, Into the Flood Mall, 111. Like talk about a really good cyber card. Like
that card's crazy.
Bounce anything, 1 blue mana gets the job done. There's another card.
You get a fish if it's not a creature.
True. There's a similar card to Into the Flood Mall later on that gets a lot of play too. But the next one is Voice of Victory. We had 94 copies in the room. Voice of Victory. Those Boros players, Voice of Victory is so good.
Dragons of Tarkir.
Wrong. Tarkir Dragonstorm. I do that all the time, bro. The next, I'm actually surprised that there was more Voice of Victories than Pinnacle Emissary. But yeah, Pinnacle Emissary is the 5th card. 87 copies.
Oh, that's the new Edge Affinity card.
Yep, Edge Affinity card. And then the next one, going back to the Dragons, Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Those Tron players, they love 7-drops. And they really love when their 7-drops kill things. And they really, really love when their 7-drops kill things and make mana. So, very good card.
All things.
This one...
Tarkir Dragonstorm, actually.
True. The next one is Clarion Conqueror. 79 copies. All in the sideboard, which is really cool. I love that card. I love that card. Yeah, it's a dragon.
Good.
It's
turns off all of Affinity.
Turns off all. Yeah, well, kinda. If they have cranial plating out already, you're cooked because Kappa Kevinir is like a trigger.
I guess I just mean like you can't tap your Mox. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. So you just like hope I have it already.
Yeah.
But Clarion Conqueror, planeswalkers, artifacts, creatures, no activated abilities. Very powerful hate bear, just like probably one of the better hate bears we've seen in a while. For a 3-drop to break into Modern like this, pretty impressive. Turns off Belcher, very strong card.
More Dragonstorm.
Yeah. The next one is Overlord of the Baelmerk. 72 copies. 72 copies for those Goryo's players.
That's one.
It is Duskmourn. This guy's so good at this. Unable to Scream is the next one. This one's kind of funny because Unable to Scream is like 1 mana, turn a guy into like a 0/2 toy. Yeah, no abilities.
Yeah. 0/2.
It's seems like a Belcher card to turn off Clarion Conqueror specifically, and other cards that would chop them for Belchering. This wasn't all in the sideboard. There was 10 copies of these in main boards, so some people were really scared of their opponent screaming. They were fucking scared.
Also Duskmourn.
Also Duskmourn. The next one is Ice Till Explorer, 49 copies. Apparently, being able to play those extra lands in these Eldrazi Ramp decks really matters.
Oh, it's in Eldrazi that Ice Till is getting played?
I believe I played against Eldrazi, and they had Ice Till when I played against it on Moto.
That's
but
so
I think
cool.
I wasn't sure if anybody else was playing it.
That's also edging.
That is also edging. But yeah, I played against the league. Like I said, I played against Eldrazi on the league, and they had the Ice Till because they were like ghost courting and shit. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Like you wouldn't really want to play Crucible of Worlds in the main, but Ice Till getting extra lands, maybe that's worth it.
Having a body,
they're already trying to ramp. The next one's I'm gonna just rapid fire really quick for you. Cyber 7 Deaths. We're Tronin. Stock up. We're stocking up still.
Aether Drift.
Yeah, okay.
Aether Drift Foundations.
Corey Steelcutter was the next one. Corey Steelcutter banned in Standard, but still prowessing in Modern. I know you said you wanted to try it out. I have your Core Seals that you ordered. Consult the star charts, very good. Memory Deluge, friendship over. Consult the star charts. I believe in astrology now. This shit is so good.
And now we're no longer friends.
Oh, fuck. The next 2 cards were also all cyber copies, but not as crazy in terms of numbers. Ghost Vacuum and Fire Magic.
Final Fantasy.
Very good cards. Fire Magic, specifically hitting all those 1/1s. And then Ghost Vacuum, obviously, great Graveyard Attack. Outborn Oculus, getting played in like the Grixis Reanimator decks. We've got Spider Sense, all sideboard copies. It seems to be all affinity.
Spider-Man.
Starfield Shepherd. I actually don't know what this card does. Do you know what Starfield Shepherd does?
Yeah, so it's a 5 mana white. I don't know what the body is. But you can pay 1 and a white to warp it in.
Yep.
You can get a basic planes.
Yep.
Or a 1-drop creature.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently they were playing this in Azorius Blink, and the Blink deck was just having a good time.
Yeah, I think it's a 3/5.
I think you're right. I don't know enough because I didn't look at the full Blink list. I should have done more homework, but just been busy at work. Sorry, guys. Halia, Guided by Light. I also don't know this card. 17 copies in the room, just like the Starfield.
Yeah, Halia, Guided by Light is similar to Guide of Souls. So it warps in for each creature that enters. You gain life.
Yeah, so I think that's also in the Blink deck.
If you gain something amount of life, I think something else happens.
Oh, yeah,
if you gain like
you
3 life, something
happens. Yeah, so those 2 cards were in the Azorius Blink deck. I believe this next card was also in the Blink deck, but I'm not actually sure. Extinguisher Battleship, all cyborg copies. I don't know what this one does either.
That's the battleship that says when it enters, you destroy target permanent, and then you deal 4 damage to the board.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. Superior Spider-Man, we talked about this one earlier. 4 mana, blue-black Spider-Man. It's a cloner.
You exile a card from any graveyard. Yours or theirs.
Yes.
And then it becomes a copy, a 4/4 copy. It's no longer legendary.
Okay. And I actually don't know what Dex was playing it, but seems like a really cool card, honestly.
I mean, it feels like it's a fine card for...
Well, there was some Esper mid-range in the room.
Yeah, for Esper Gorios, because like you could steal the card that they're trying to copy.
Right.
From their yard. So you're exiling their yard and getting their creature.
That's a good point. Yeah, I have to look at more of the deck list later. They have all the lists posted, but like, oh man, I thought it was so
guess.
Cool.
I have no idea.
I mean, you might be right. There was also a lot of blue black X mid range decks in the room, so I don't know if it was just good enough to play.
Well, for them, they're trying to copy the Gorios players.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because I don't think you would persist with this guy in your deck, but maybe you want it. No. The next one is Violent Urge, 14 copies, probably all for the prowess players, I assume. Isn't that like a kill card?
Yeah, so it's like give him +1/0 on first strike. If you have Delirium, you get double strike.
Right. It was like they were 1 mana Team Battle Rage. Now I remember. Man, I miss Team Battle Rage. Remember when 2 mana, like, kill your opponent was good enough? Like, no, dude, 2 mana?
Not in 2025, baby.
No, 1 mana. And then the least played new card, believe it or not, Ketramos. I was actually kind of shocked. I was like, dude, Ketramos first to worst.
Yeah, that means Black-White is officially dead.
And they were all sideboard. 12 sideboard Ketramoses, only 2 in the main. Going forward, we got the top 8 results. I'll let Frank rapid fire these 2. I posted a little picture for you, buddy.
Oh.
Hit me with these top 8 results. Just for the people that want to know what happened in top 8.
Do you want the names too?
Yeah, why not? These guys won. These guys top 8 of the fucking Pro Tour.
I'm going to get crushed.
Oh, yes. That's why I gave this part to him.
So the winner on Belcher was M. Debendetto.
Oh, dude, good luck with that guy.
Plumber.
Debendetto, Plumber.
Debendetto, Plumber, Dash Plumber. And then lost on Blue Eyes Control, Francisco Sanchez.
Yeah. That was a clean sweep, too, because everything else went to 5, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes. Everything
else went to 5. And then Belcher said, no control here, baby. Get him out of here.
In the semis, the people that lost, Nico Eriksson? This is so bad.
You got it, bro. Eriksson. That flag looks
Swedish?
Norse, right?
I don't know.
Close enough.
I'm ignorant.
He was playing Belcher. Oh, it was a Belcher mirror match.
Yeah, it was a Belcher mirror match. The other side of the bracket, Makoto Horiuchi.
Yeah.
Esper Blank.
Yeah. I watched that match. It was so sad, man. He got super locked out by the control player.
And then in our quarters, we have Justin Schnabel on Is It Prowess, Mason Buonadonna on Titan, Johnny Gutman on Esper Gorios, and Noah Hoffman on Simic Neoform.
Yeah, looks like Neoform got owned by Belcher. Belcher beat Esper Gorios, and then Amulet lost to Control. Damn, Amulet lost to Control. Good for fucking you, Francisco.
Oh yeah, that's
Jesus Christ.
Julian always says that Control is like an auto lose into Titan.
Right.
So
he must have had to go. I mean, to be fair, I think this Orange Champ version has people like thinking Control does different things.
Yeah.
And then Prowess losing to Esper Blink, showing you the power. Damn, 2 Esper decks in top 8, and then 2 Belcher decks in top 8. Otherwise, pretty diverse top 8.
Well, 1 Blink.
One
Gorios.
Blink, 1 Gorios, yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 Esper decks nonetheless. And then Is It Prowess, Amulet Titan, Belcher, Gorios, Neoform. Really, really diverse top 8.
And because the only deck that has more than 1 copy is Belcher. That's it. It's a different deck for the rest.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
If it was standard, it'd be inverted and it'd be all VV and then a couple mono red.
Yeah. Look at VV and mono red.
Whoa!
Hooray!
Oh my god, they gotta do something about mono red too.
Please. They do have to do something about mono red. That's a monster as well.
Yeah, it's so scary. Anyway, so here's some data that I got from Jared. He hooked it up based off of do that graph with all the matchups. Titan dominating the room, 57% win rate. Worst matchup was against Neoform, apparently. Neoform was owning the Titan players. Otherwise, Titan owned the room. Belcher, 47% win rate, apparently, but won the tournament. So is it the best deck or the worst deck? Who knows? What's so funny?
I just laughed because I read the next one, and I could hear Jared saying it. That's why I was laughing. I could just see
Boros sucks.
Yeah, I can just hear Jared going, Boros sucks.
Yeah, Boros got owned. A lot of combo decks in the room, and when you play a fairy deck against combo, I'm telling Jack, now's his time.
Good night, sweet prince.
Now is the time with the goblins. Prowess, 56% win rate, second highest, but just has a bad Gorios matchup, bad Esper matchup in general, it feels, because it even lost to Blink in the top 8. Prowess, great deck, honestly, really consistent. It's probably the closest 50-50 deck to anything else in the room.
Yeah.
If you're good, you're crushing, you get there. Some bad matchups, it is what it is. Gorios, most played and 52% win rate. So I think honestly Gorios was a really good performance overall. I know Ethan said he put it together and wanted to start playing it. We're watching him do that on Moto. Strong deck, and even though only 1 top 8, if you want to play Modern, Gorios is so good right now. Kind of cool that Gorios is still strong after all this time. I remember playing Gorios back in 2016, and it was a meme deck. And the fact that it's still relevant to this day, so cool.
Yeah.
Through the Breach, not so much, but Gorios. And then the next one was there was Blink. Azorius Blink was really good against Belcher, but apparently really bad against everything else in the room. And then we've got Control, which has a horrible Belcher matchup, and apparently not good against Prowess, as Jared was telling me, but pretty decent against everything else. And apparently the Control player in top 8 won from a misplay by the Amulet player. Oh, I have to watch that match back. I don't remember that. That's true. They were talking about that. Marty was saying that the guy.
Oh, I did hear
the Amulet that misplayed. I have to watch that. That makes more sense how he was able to win, because they went to 5. And honestly, when you're on the play in Modern, dude, the win percentages, it literally, they still did the advantage bar, which they should bring back. If you win the die roll, it should just be you already
so
are in the lead.
That'd be hilarious.
In Modern specifically, bro, going first is the most broken I've ever seen in any game. Going first is already a problem in many card games, or even games in general.
Yeah.
Modern is the most egregious. I was just telling Jared, I was they gotta fucking unban Saving Spirit Guide so I can play Terminal and Chalice. This is so fucking bad. Joking, by the way. But anyways, yeah. So Bruce Gale, really good. Also had a high win percentage. I forgot what. I think Bruce Gale was the third highest win percentage in the room. Not a lot of players on it, but still really high win percentage.
Yeah.
And then in the side event, the Modern Cup, one of my buddies, I haven't seen him in fucking years, bro. But I saw him win. I was like, wait, Jody Keith, dude, this is one of my friends from like the gaming goat days. I'm talking like I think I last saw him at like a team event where I played Tron and my partner was playing Modern Humans. Like I'm talking like
was it Team Humans? Or I'm sorry, Team Trios Modern.
Yeah, it was
Your
me.
cards could not.
I forgot the guy's name, the third partner. He was Stephen Dang, I want to say his name was, and then Greg Kacharin. And then after we got knocked out of teams after like round 7 or 8, we got knocked out of teams. I don't remember if we day 2'd or not. But I just remember him having Legacy Jeskai control or Jeskai Stoneblade with mainboard Stifle. He's like, go play side events. And then like I was only friends with him like casually, like acquaintances. I sit down, fucking Jody Keith right next to me. We're like playing Legacy. And he's like, you know how like I have aura when I'm playing? Jody has fucking aura. I sit down and I'm just like, Jody? He's like, what's up, baby? And we're just like, damn, we're fucking play some Legacy. Hell yeah. And like both of us shit on our opponents, bro. We're just like, ha ha ha. Like, dude, I was having such a good time. Bro. I love that guy. He's such a good dude. I'm still friends with him on Facebook. I went to go check after he won. I was like, bro, congrats. Yeah, like I only ever yap with this guy on Facebook because he like just talks about random shit, music, whatever.
That's awesome.
And yeah, he won the Modern Cup with your deck, Living End.
Living End, baby.
So yeah,
it almost gave me hope.
Hey, honestly, Living End, not bad. Not like Modern is very diverse. Just because nobody chose to play Living End in the main event doesn't mean necessarily you can't win with it. Also, Living End has a pretty decent affinity matchup. You got 4 Force of Vigors in the sideboard. Force of Vigor is very good against Affinity.
2 Force of Vigors, 2
switch to 4. Switch
Foundation Breakers.
Oh, Foundation Breaker. That's true. Yeah, Foundation Breaker, Force of Vigor, really good cards against Affinity. And the Living End can just
and the main board Force. They're like Moxable? No.
Right. Well, the Force Negation is very good, helpful. Force of Vigor, if you can get that early, just one on an early turn can set them back so hard.
Hitting an Urza
and then,
Saga.
Like, for your deck specifically, like boom, boom, Urza Saga, whatever the fucking guy is. All right, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Kappa, swoop. And then like Foundation Breaker comes back. Bro, I beat a Living End player in one league, and then the other league, I got my ass blasted. And the one that I won against, it felt like I like he wasn't drawing nothing and I was drawing everything. That's what it felt like. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a good matchup for Affinity. Anyways, anything you want to talk about?
I only had one final thought.
Oh, okay.
Unless you wanted to.
I'm good because I've been yapping the most, and I know Julian's gonna make fun of me for that.
Julian will. So I have asked many people this question today, and I will put you on the spot. I have asked Fred. I have asked Jared. I have asked Marty. What do you think I should play?
Oh,
for the RC.
For the RC. That's a good question, actually. Jared was talking if we should mention this on the event. When is the RC?
The RC is October 17th.
So 2 or 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Because it's, next week is the marathon.
Yeah.
The week after is the RC.
Here's my question back to you. How much practice do you think you could realistically get?
I think I can get decent moto practice. And I am coming this Thursday to play. And I'm planning to come like every Thursday until we go. So I'm going to play on Moto, probably 2 leagues a week.
I would not play Affinity. It's a coin flip for me between Prowess, which you qualled with, and Living End. I think both decks are fine. You already played Prowess. You qualled with Prowess. It could be the sign that maybe that was the true deck the whole time, you know? Like you explore the other gods, and you always come back to the true Yahweh. But Living End is also not. I think it's like one, you have game where like people won't be expecting it, which is kind of nice. But I would be. I don't advise you to pick your deck based on what you want to surprise people with. If you're surprising them, usually it means you're playing a bad deck. But I don't think Living End's a bad deck, and if they don't have a lot of sideboard tech for you, that might be nice. The thing is, the graveyard is pretty strong right now.
It is, and it is open deck list.
Oh. So they know what you're playing.
Yeah. I walk up, I hand them my deck list.
And you get theirs.
Yeah. So I will know.
Then I would play Prowess. I would play Prowess, and then you get to just like have the 50-50 against everybody. You're gonna have to work for it, but you could probably do 2.
So what's so funny about you saying that
was
that after looking at the data, preparing for this episode today, I went, oh, Prowess did so well.
Yes.
It just sucked against Goryo's. Right. It was like great against everything else. That's awesome. Love that.
Well, you gotta also keep in mind, so for people that don't know, the Pro Tour and the World Championship meta can be kind of inbred sometimes. All these guys are teaming up with each other. They know what they're playing. So that affects what they pick sometimes.
And for people also to know, I generally, within standard, like my standard for the past like 2 years has been like tempo decks.
Yes.
That's
what true. I play. That's true.
Like I play blue-black. I play
tap out.
Yeah. So
you would love Legacy Delver, man. Or even Core Steel Cutter. It's just Prowess.
So Jared told me, he goes, I think that you should play either Neoform, Goryo's, blue-white, something else. Don't remember. And then Marty was like, I think Prowess is okay, but it's bad into Goryo's. I think maybe you should play Affinity. And then I asked Fred, and Fred goes, no, play Prowess. Play Prowess. And I was like, I was leaning that way until 3 other people were. I asked Julian, and
I'll be honest.
And Julian just asked me about matchups. He didn't like tell me.
Fred is really wise.
Oh, Fred is literally very, Uncle knows best.
Yes, he's Unc for sure. But honestly, he's got like that he's got that aura sometimes. Like trust yourself, bro. And I really fuck with that energy. He helps bring up a lot of people. I've noticed, like, he's lending decks out. He's like, don't worry, like we make jokes like the olden days, like step into the kitchen, come on, Papa will take care of you, okay? But like at the end of the day, like we're all just having fun, and Fred's a good dude. And honestly, I think he's right. I think that if you trust yourself in Prowess, just get the grind in. I think it's at worst, you just have to try to dodge Goryo's. At best, I think you can theoretically beat them. It's just not a good matchup.
Right.
And I wouldn't try to even make your sideboard better for it. Just like, hope you draw better.
Well, the thing is, too, is that if people watch this Pro Tour and they go, wow, Belcher did really well, more Belcher, and the Belcher percentage goes up, it's a free win for me. And that's what Marty said, too. He's like, Prowess is a free win for you. You're just like, you're dead.
Yeah, Prowess shits on Belcher. The thing is, I think also like Graveyard Hate is really like, and so if people are more playing Goryo's,
they're playing
Graveyard Hate.
There's tons of Graveyard Hate because of Goryo's.
Like all the Affinity players, mainboard Torpor are all of them, and like
they're running like
three main
deck Tormod scripts.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Torpor. Ethan, fuck you, bro. Stifle not ass. I meant Tormod script. That they're mainboarding Tormod script because you need 0 jobs to fuel your engine.
That's what felt so bad when I was playing Living End against Affinity online, was I'd be like, gosh.
That's the only thing that helped me win. Like I said, I won one and I lost one. I had Tormod script. He had nothing. The next match, he's like, Force a bigger. Like I had my Pinnacle turn. He's like, oh, in response to the cast trigger, hit your Urza Saga, hit that. I was like, so I had to play the matchup differently, but at least I learned something from that. It's a rough matchup. No, I think it's a good deck. And honestly, it's not like it folds to its bad matchups. Like you can just have a runner turn where you go crazy, and they didn't have it.
Yeah. Like
they have a lot for you in Esper Goryo's. They have a lot for you, right? Like Atrex is bad for you, Solitude is bad for you, Subtlety is kind of bad for you. Yes. But they have to like have it all and then threaten you.
Solitude Ephemerate is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yes. Blinking is hot. Blinking is back.
Blinking Solitude hurts me.
I love Ephemerate. Ever since that card it came out. Like I remember Modern Horizons 2 came out. I was playing like Orzhov. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Priest of the Fell Rites, Ephemerate, Grief. Bring back Grief, bro. Give me back Grief. Straight up, bro. Unban Grief. I miss him. I miss him so much.
I miss him.
I would love Grief and Fury to come back. We could blink those guys. Anyways.
Maybe Goryo's is going to be even better, baby.
Yeah, it's fine with me. It's fine with me.
That's what it was before it left.
Yeah.
That's what Goryo's was playing.
And I had a good time playing against them. I was like, drawn. Although we don't have One Ring anymore, so I wonder how bad or good the matchup is now. One Ring was a big deal for sure. Anyways, yes, prowess. I'm with Fred. Team Fred.
Team Fred. Unc Fred.
Anyways, anything else?
No, that's it, bro.
It was only an hour and a half. Just saying.
Not 2, not 1.
Not 1. That was close. Anyways, all right. That's our episode, folks. We're going to wrap it up here. If there's anything you want us to talk about in a future episode, let us know. We've been trying to hit up viewers and comments and people on Discord to ask about stuff that they want us to talk about or touch on. Yeah, I mean, I'm exhausted, so we got to go.
Yeah, next episode will be post RC.
Oh, for real, post RC. And hopefully we'll have more spoilers to talk about between Avatar and Lorwyn, because they are giving us spoilers hella early now.
Oh, I think Avatar should be feeling out. Because we'll be doing it what? It's gonna be the 18th?
Yeah, within 2 episodes we'll be definitely talking about the pre-release for it at least.
Oh, I guess I'm wrong. We'll be talking about it right after the marathon.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because we skipped a week, just so you guys know. We're a week late on recording, but we were both busy last week, and I also have forecasts to take care of without winter right now.
Yeah, and I have forecasts to take care of just regularly.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Winter's about to go back on vacation, and I'm still going to be home. Anyways, shout outs to our patrons. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys. Shout outs to our viewers on YouTube for just with us for the ride. If you want to check one more time, you guys are subscribed. It helps us out a long way. If you want to comment, whatever, anything, literally all of that helps. Share with your friends. Tell them about the truths. Preach the gospel according to Borhat. Anyways, shout outs to Nancy Steroids intro and outro music. Shout outs to our boy Sal, helps us with the editing, and check out his channel NTG Chicago. Shout outs to Por's Hat for letting us record here. And it is my shop, so I obviously care about it a lot, and we try to do right by the community. If you want to order singles, we'd love to help you out. We'll ship anywhere and within reason if we can get to you. I know there's been shipping issues lately globally, but usually we're pretty good. Shout outs to, I gotta make a list, bro. Did I miss one?
No, I think you did it. Boar's Hat, Nancy Steroids,
viewers,
patrons, and Chicago.
All right. Well, I always feel like I'm forgetting somebody. If I forgot you, I thank you.
Sorry.
Let me know in the comments.
We love you. And see you next time.
Catch you in the next episode. Peace.